Good morning, Ashburn fans. Just 30 seconds or so left in the warm-up against this grudge match game versus the Reston Raiders. Blue. I'm given to understand by Keith, I believe, that if we win this one, we go to Nationals. If you had a more informed broadcaster, I'd have looked at the stats and figured this out myself for sure. But I just know it'll be sweet to put a win up against these guys who beat us the last time we played them. Despite my analysis that said they were not as good as we are. We just didn't bring it, and they did last time. So this time is our chance for redemption. And I'm pretty sure I can have a smell of lingering redemption here in the rink. So it'll be speaking of Keith, there he is in the box, wearing his custom Ashburn Xtreme hat. The war hat, I think he called it, something like that. Armand should be in the box. That's why Luke is fishing pucks out of the net. Back of goalie job. Hopefully he's brought his A game, because I do not think these guys will be pushovers the way that Howard Huskies were not really adequate challenge for our boys. Looks like Zach will take the first drop. Tim and Will on wing. Kyle and Charlie starting for defense. Here we go. Reston wins the first drop, sort of, but they try to pass it back to their defenders, and it just goes right by, giving us a chance to turn around, but we were not able to capitalize on it. Reston got it back, drive it back. Charlie pass up to Zach. Zach back to Charlie. Nice job moving it around. Charlie under 2-on-1 pressure. Has trouble there. Has to go back and sends it across to Kyle. Kyle long up to Tim. Tim will hesitate. They called that offsides. Tim actually saw Will had already gone into the zone a little bit early. I don't think he actually crossed the line. I guess, is it the front of the line or the back of the line? He did cross into the blue line. That was clear. All right. Brian takes the next drop. He's going to come back. Mason and Greg fumbling for it. I think Greg just lost his mouth guard. Landon gets it and tries to send it into the zone long. Does on the second try. It's going to come around. Joey will get there first. He backhands it. Landon will pick it up. Tries to pass it up to Brian. Joey swings through. Puck squirts out to Brian in the corner. Brian gets it sticked away. Blue takes it, but Joey's right there to keep pressure on. He almost got it away from him, then he lost an edge, and Reston recovers. They're going to send it into the corner. I don't know if he was trying to get it, to the net. Oh, Landon just collides and, gets kind of clobbered by the guy. Puck flicks up. Landon's looking like he does not look like he's into this. Oh, it's right in front of the net, and Landon's headed to the bench. Mason tries to send it long. He hits something on the little something sticking out on the door, the gate, and gets stopped up before I think he meant to. All right, Jack's out, putting pressure on. Reston misses a pass, catches it on the bounce, sends it behind the net. Jack will keep the pressure on the far side. Does not get clean. Oh, nice little poke check there. Almost got it into the paint. Puck hops up in the air. That was Shane, I believe, tapping it back and forth, and it went to the goalie who covered it. I'm not sure who got that last tap in. I was watching the wrong player there. I was watching Shane, or I think he passed it to somebody who got a shot off. Shane will take the drop. Oh, sorry for the camera angles there. We'll try and pay more attention to that. Puck shoots around. Blue's going to have to get past Bobby. Oh, and Shane just swooped in from nowhere as they tried to pass it. Little scramble right here along the boards. Comes shooting back. Will end up behind the Reston net. Reston will pick it up right about at the same time Paul got there. Shane taps it up to Jack. Shot by Spencer as it got flicked out. Jack kind of had a stick on it briefly, and Spencer took the shot. Golden will catch and hold. Both teams will change lines. See if I can fix these. I got the... All right, Zach's line's out there, takes the drop, does his patented spin move, hands it back to Kyle. Kyle flicks it into the corner where Will tries to race for it. Keeps the Reston player occupied while Zach takes the puck. Let's get sent around behind the net. Reston's got it. Passing up. Will gets there right about the same time. Shot by Brody. Goalie sticks it away, I believe. Either pad save, stick save, doesn't matter. Reston gets it. Right as Will gets there, he can't quite get it away. Oh, Kyle keeps him busy. Tap up by Zach, who's shifted to defensive as they gave us plenty of time to move back there. Brody just blocks the pass. Oh, there we go. There's a scramble right in front of the net in the paint. They're going to whistle that one dead. Somebody just shoved the hell out of Zach. No one's going to the box for it, though. A little chippy. Score is 0-0, 11 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first period. Brian's line's out. Reston gets the puck after the drop, sends it around to the other side. Joey, pressure on. 3-on-1, basically. Landon picks up as it squirts out, tries to turn it around, but Reston got it. Nice pass, shot. Armand sticks it away. It might have been off anyway, off net, but somewhere in the process, I think the whistle was for the net being off. We've had a lot of trouble with that particular side of the ice, and it seems like that, not a lot of trouble. Yesterday's game, we also had a lot of issues with, I guess, the north side net coming off. Maybe that's just the Ashburn Xtreme goalie styles. I'm not sure. Brian took the drop, hands back to Bobby. Bobby's going to tap it around. Joey will get there. Oh, it goes by him, though. Reston turns it around and hands it back to Bobby. Tries to hand it up to Brian. Right at the same time, Reston got there. Armand sticks it away once, doesn't get it far enough, and there's still pressure on his net, but Landon loses the stick. Reston stops it at the line, turns it around, sends it back into the corner. Spencer will go race for it. He's probably going to get there. Joey coming from the other side, and Brian, a little 2-on-3 scramble there. Puck squirts out. Spencer's got it, hands it up to Landon. Landon gets hit from behind a little bit. I mean, not a bad hit, but couldn't quite get the pass or shot off. Brian struggling to get it out. Spencer taps it out of the zone. Blue dumps it in. They're gonna take the opportunity to do a line change. Bobby pass up to Landon. Landon gets past the red line, dumps it. We're gonna go do the line change to follow. And Blue will have it behind their net. Try to pass it up. They successfully do that. I thought the guy was gonna miss the pass. Cross. Jack steals it away, drives it in. Looking for that high angle shot, takes it. Goalie, I think, shouldered it away. Reston comes up with it, and they're going to skate through. Got to get past Kyle. Kyle keeps him busy. He dumps it into the corner. Kyle, little scramble along the boards. Charlie is going to, while Kyle goes down and has to pick himself back up, Charlie picks up the puck. Brings it in. Shoots wide of the net. I think that's Paul picking it up on the far side. Tries to get it up to Jack, and Reston intercepts it. Greg stops him up at the line, and Shane picks it up from there. Tried to hand it to Jack. Shane backhands it around. Actually, it doesn't backhand it, just a little drop there. Reston has to come off. Nope, I guess they said they already did. The ref's hands came down. Tim snipes it out. Pass it up into center ice where Brody's there to pick it up. But under intense pressure, he loses it. These guys definitely bringing some energy, both teams. But Reston in particular, it seems like they're really scrambling. Hustling out there. Deflected shot, Will wide into the corner. Mason putting pressure on. Gives Brody a chance to flick it across to Tim. Tim's defender right behind him. He ends up handing it to Zach. Flicks it up over the net. Greg comes. The defense sends it back out. Greg stopped it briefly at the blue line, then hopped over a stick or something. He drops it back to Mason. Mason will take the opportunity, looking for the bounce pass. Hands it up to Tim. Tim flicks it long where I guess he maybe wasn't looking because it didn't have. Zach wasn't where he thought he was going to be or something. Oh, Greg tries to pass it up to Zach. Blue gets in there. Tries to take a shot way wide of the net. Mason sticks it away. Nice job, Mason. Comes bouncing around the rail. Greg keeps it going up to Brody. Past Brody into neutral ice. Reston picks it up. Cross. Tim hits the guy from behind. Picks himself back up. Reston misses a pass. Picks it up in the bounce. Greg tries to get it away, but Reston ends up sending it all the way around where Mason picks it up on the far side. Greg putting pressure on back there. In the corner. That's Joey in the thick of it. 2-on-1 scramble along the board trying to get possession with Brody comes across from the other side to help. Greg taps it up to Brody again. Brody tries to send it along the board. Still with that defender right behind him. Reston sends it across to where no one is. Mason manages to get it away. Hands it back. Drops to Joey. Joey to Brian. Back to Joey. Off the boards. Back to Brian. Up to Brody. How did he get over there so fast? Man, these guys, stop looking for a second. These guys are, all over the ice. It's amazing how quickly they move. All right, there's Joey up to Landon. Landon back to Brian. Brian's got it. Takes the high angle shot. Goalie will catch and hold. Both teams playing well. The energy and skill. Fun game to watch. Difficult game to narrate. So much action happening. That's all right. We will do our best. Looks like 10 to 11 people on the stream. I'm surprised how many. Right. Brian took the drop. Puck comes around. I guess maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Spencer, wrister in. Got blocked up by the defense. Number 88 tries to skate it through. Bobby stops him up. There's a whistle on there. Possible offsides call, I guess. I didn't see what the discussion with the coach. We're going to assume that was offsides. If it was somebody on the far side of the ice because I didn't see anybody. But, all right. Shane picking up puck after the drop. Shoots in, goalie deflects wide. Paul can't get there to get the rebound in time. It's going to come back. Spencer will try to get it, keep it in the zone. Puck squirts out. Bobby will pick it up. Across to Shane, up to Jack. Jack doesn't quite. I think he moves the stick like he was going to send it. Didn't work. Possible defensive pressure. They tried to drop it back to Spencer, and Reston got in there. Jack from behind tries to lift his stick. They're driving right in, and it's in. Score will be 0-1. They managed to sneak it past Armand with 5 minutes, 39 seconds left on the board. Ashburn will be down. Zach will take the next drop. Reston comes up with possession after the drop. solid. I thought we were going to get it back for a second there, but they kept it. Charlie boards guy, sends a puck around. Kyle's going to get there about the same time Reston does. Hits him hard into the boards. He takes a beat to get up. And there's a whistle. I think it may be... Who's going to the bench? Number 47, Blue. Ashburn will have a power play. Two minutes on the board for this Ashburn power play with 5 minutes, 18 seconds left. We thought it was Zach doing the face-off because of his patented spin move. Hands it back to the defense, who send it long up to Tim. Tim. Wrister into the net. Goalie stops it and then dives on it. They will whistle it dead. We'll try this one again from the spot. Today's broadcast brought to you by Harris Teeter Store Brand Coffee. You know, store brand coffee, instant coffee no less, is just not great. But when you put heavy cream in it, it's great. Zach, pass to Will, shot. Goalie stops it, does not control it. Shoots back out to Kyle. There's Tim. Tim turns it around. Zach with possession, looking for the pass, trying to use that man advantage. Charlie back to Zach. He's looking, back to Charlie. Back to Zach. Clear to that defender out as he shifted over to Charlie. Waits for a beat. Back to Charlie. Tim picks it up there. Round to Will. Will to Kyle. Kyle to Will. Way long cross to Charlie. Takes a moment to line it up. And Reston gets under his stick and they will get it away. They're going to dump it and... Kyle will have plenty of time to... Oh, Kyle... A little struggle there as he... there's going to be a... he shoves the guy. And you can see the body language as he... he saw the hand go up. Charlie gets possession. And there's deferred penalty against Kyle. You could see the regret in the body language. He knew he had done it. Saw the hand. Or maybe there was just regret that the ref saw it. There's a little discussion here with the timekeepers and officials. I don't know what the controversy is. It seems like it's... So anyhow, we're still down 1-0. 0-1, I should say. I always try to give a Ashburn score first. 4 minutes left in the first period. And we will be, believe, 4-on-4 play. We've still got 5 players out there. So maybe they've ejected him? I'm going to assume that the players have better situational awareness as to what's going on than I do. Almost always a good assumption. So considering Kyle's in the box, I don't understand why we'd be lining up 5 players, but Shane is joining him in the box, so they probably are calling it a 2-10. Still leaves me wondering why it would be that we've got 5 players lined up there. That may just be a mistake. I'm sure if that was the case, whatever the discussion was with the coaches, they would have told our 5th player to get off. I will admit, great confusion. There's no time on the scoreboard for the penalty, and we are still working with a man advantage. So, okay. Joey gets knocked down, but he gets up again. Mason. Oh, that's right, that's Brian. I saw the 7 on the jersey, misread it. Reston does a nice pass through, tries for the back door. Defense keeps it wide of the net. Brian gets a stick in there. Mason up to Landon. Landon just skates around the guy and then gets double teamed and gets knocked down. Puck gets stopped by the official who's standing in the wrong place. Number 47, Armand overcommits and dives, sticks it away. It works. Shot, he's got it. When I say overcommits, I mean if it hadn't worked, he was lying on his face. But he dove for it, jabbed his stick, and totally worked. Another whistle, and Spencer is in the box. This time we will be 4-on-4 play. No, 4-on-5 play because the Reston penalty is over. Although they do still have another player in the box, so there's a 2-and-10 also. So we are on a penalty kill. Guy winds up for the slap shot. Armand sticks it away. Their guy hesitates because Armand was, I think, a little bit out of position. And they could have probably gotten it in there. But, all right, there's Bobby. Snuck a stick in there as they blocked that shot. That was a nice job. Defense doing what the defense does. Paul keeping pressure on, forces him out into neutral ice. All the way through. Jack sneaks it away, gets it into the offensive zone. Reston hits it off the boards and gets back onto the offense. But they got to reset here. Guy winds up. Charlie gets a stick on it, deflects it high up over Armand's net. Reston picks it back up, using that man advantage. Flicks it in, Armand sticks it as they get it to the paint. Pops up high into the far corner. It's going to come around. Greg's going to have a beautiful opportunity to get it. Nobody around. He has to struggle a little bit to keep possession. They hands it through the center, and Jack gets it, and ices it. And it will roll all the way down. Works a little time. Their guy, number 46, coming out of the box. I guess their 2-and-10 is satisfied. 44 seconds left in the penalty kill. Minute 47 left on the board. Zach and Brody on offense. Greg and Mason on D. Zach, spin move, kicks it back to Mason. Tries to send it around. Greg will pick it up the far side. He's going to flick it. Ooh, past the Reston defender. If they'd let it go, I think it would have been icing. Their goalie came way out and played it. I'm not sure why. Shot from past the blue line. Armand, easy save. Doesn't hold on to it, but the little race. Brody will get it, tap it out of in the neutral ice. We got 7 seconds left on the penalty kill, and that should be over now. And we are back. Easy shot there. Armand save. Greg flicks it out. Spencer's out of the box. I don't know why that took so long. Spencer coming out of the box. Picks it up neutral ice. Shot gets deflected by the goalie up into the safety net, and play will stop. I think Spencer was a little slow, busy watching the game. I'll get on Keith about that later. I think he's already hearing it from the other parents in the box. It's like only a few seconds different. Shane will take the drop. Hands it back to Will. Will backhands it towards the net, close to the crease. Tim, nice centering pass, but there's no Ashburn player to capitalize on it. Bobby stops at neutral ice. Shane chops it in, I think. Long pass. Both Spencer can't get there, nor the Reston player. Bobby will race, hands it off the boards and back up to Spencer. Spencer tries to stick it around and through. Number 88 shoots way high. Will snap it out into neutral ice. Oh, nice. Bobby managed to... I don't even know if that was intentional or if he just happened to have his foot in the right place at the right time. Pressure. Armand knocks it away. And time will run out in the first period. 9 shots to 7 on the board. So it's been relatively balanced. They did find that one time in the back of the net. I am confused by what happened in terms of penalties with Kyle earlier. Why he's in the box and there was no time on there. So afterwards, maybe someone can explain it to me, but I'll just report on what I see. It would seem like if they're going to eject him, usually they eject him right off the ice. He wouldn't be serving time. So down by 1 point. 1 point is not a lot. We got plenty of hockey left to play. 50 minutes on the board. Sometimes I think they play better when they've got a little bit of a deficit. Usually that first point, though, does seem to get the team a little fired up. But we've certainly seen some games this year when we managed to get overconfident. So I think spending a little time down a point will hopefully prevent that overconfidence. Kyle's in the box. Both teams are otherwise at full strength. Brian takes the drop. Joey and Landon out there on wing. Puck squirts back. Charlie will pick it up in our own defensive zone. Off the board pass to Joey. Joey off the boards behind him to Brian. Reston keeping pressure on. Charlie hits the brakes, turns it around. Brian's right there. He's going to backhand it up to Joey, who will struggle to get it, but manages to keep it away. Gets it out into neutral ice. They hit him from behind. There's no whistle on that one. I think Brian tapped it up long to Landon. Landon tries to center it. It's right there in front of the paint, and there's Joey rushing in as the goalie's trying to decide whether he's going to dive for it. Hit it into the guy's pads. All right, Greg stopped him up as Brian keeping pressure on the guy from behind. They had to try to get content with Brian behind and Greg in front. That did not work out well for him. All right, Charlie keeping pressure on. They do manage to get it. Greg's right behind him. Nice use of kicking the puck. Shane picks it up, takes it from Reston, will skate it in. High angle shot, goalie deflects it, and then pad save and sticks it away. Paul coming off the bench, or just recently off the bench. The right place, the right time. Reston lofts it up into the air, deep back behind Armand's net. They will pick it up from there with pressure. Shot from real close. Armand, pad save. Did a nice job shifting to keep that himself lined up on it. As it moves back and forth. Slap shot deflected by Paul. Hops up high. Charlie gloves it out of the air. And will skate with it. Skates it around. Tried to get it right through. Under pressure. Couldn't really get a shot off. But got it in, and there is a penalty on blue, elbows. Number 62, going to the box like the criminal he is. Shame on you. There's no elbows in hockey. All right. 2 minutes on the board. Ashburn will have another power play. Let's see if we can make this one work. We're going to start down at on the spot in the Reston zone. Zach will take the drop. Tim and Will, of course, on wing. Mason and Bobby. Mason. Back up to Tim, who tries to send something. I think he didn't get as much mustard on that one as he meant to. Zach over to Will. Will's looking, hands it to Bobby. Bobby misses the pass. Mason will have to go pick it up and neutralize. Give a beat for the team to get off. Hands it up to Tim at the line. Tim, 1-on-3 pressure, loses control of the puck. Reston hits it up into the safety net, and play will stop. Keith's giving somebody a stern talking to. Not sure who that was. Will, long pass, drops it back to Bobby, back to Will, to Zach, back to Will. Will skate it behind the net, looking for that pass. Up to Mason. Mason, back to Will, who was a little bit, had to reach for it. Zach will take it. He's looking for the pass. Back to Mason. Oh, and it bounces over his stick out. We have to come off, and he tries to hand it back to Zach. Little scramble. Tim will stop it. Under pressure. Little scramble there along the boards. Mason, Tim, and Zach. Zach comes up clean. Skates it in. Oh, off the top crossbar. Deflects out. Reston lofts it over everybody's heads. Number 34 shoots wide of the net. Net's off. Again. I think the Reston player actually hit it as he went by, so can't blame Armand for that one. Brian will take the drop. Looks like he just used his superior size to just keep the guy away from the puck, and teammate came in and took it. There's Landon, back to Spencer, back to Landon. Still 18 seconds left in the power play. Up to Charlie. Charlie taps it, and they're going to send it past. Armand comes out of net, taps it back out to neutralize. Charlie flicks it in, tries to get it to Brody. Reston stops it. Spencer will pick it up behind Armand's net. Reston players out of the box. Back to full strength. I think that puck actually hit one of the Reston players on the bench in the head and went back into play. They didn't stop it. I'm not positive. Brody tries to send it off balance and with pressure. Slap shot, Armand pad save. Charlie taps up to Brody. Brody chops it, bouncing, gets past the Reston player. Brian from behind tries to take it, keeping the pressure on. The puck bounces out. Landed. Drop pass or behind the back. Tries to get it to Brian. Brian heads to the bench without a stick. Reston off the boards, long. That should have been an offsides, I believe. Number 88 was well past the line as it went in. The referee did not see him. That's my belief. All right, there's Shane up to Tim, sent it to Landon. No, I'm sorry, to Jack, sent it to Landon. Jack putting pressure on. Hopefully we get too distracted by Brian's abandoned stick. Nice backdoor pass, and Bobby's just there, keeping the pressure on. Nice defense play. Paul keeping pressure on. Puck comes out, and I think this time they did hit one of the, I think the stick of one of the players on the bench, or maybe went into the bench. Shane will take the drop. Comes back to Jack. Jack off the boards, sends it behind the Reston net. Shane will pick it up from there. Sends it right into the slot. Jack has a split second, can't get the shot off. Under pressure, Greg stops it at the line. Tries to send it back in. It gets deflected by the defense. Jack takes a shot. Goldie sticks it wide. Shane picks it up in the corner. Skates behind the net. Tries to hit the brakes And the Reston player takes the opportunity to take it from him, and we will shift to defense. They try to get past Bobby, and no worky. Puck gets deflected up. I think maybe hit the safety net or something. I couldn't see exactly what happened there. My apologies. Zach takes the drop, comes back to Spencer. Spencer tries to send it up, but nobody's there. Reston picks it up. Mason will pick it up behind the net. Hard around the boards, up to Tim and number 22, Blue. Tim gets it around Zach. I think that was Zach or... No, sorry, Spencer. Up to the offense. Will. Off the board pass to Zach, who dumps it. Reston will send it around. Zach will get there about the same time the Reston player does. He gets control of it, but under pressure loses it. Still fighting for it in the corner there. That's Zach. Hands it up to Spencer. Spencer off the boards, back to Tim. Tim, nice backhand through the center. Neither team able to capitalize, went all the way across. Off. So offsides on Reston. And we'll start this one back out of the zone. People on the stream. Brian takes the drop. Puck comes skittering out. Greg will pick up on the far side. Tries to tap up the boards. Reston turns it around. Greg has to go get it. He's going to skate behind Armand's net. Hits the brakes. Worked for him this time. Skates it up where Joey and then later Brian. Joey was waiting, didn't really engage. Brian from behind took it. This time Joey's got it. Hard off the boards and around. Bobby will pick it up in the far corner. Taps it up. Blue player at the point stops it, turns it around. They send a nice pass through the center. Again, neither team able to do anything about it. Joey picks it up off the boards. Greg's got it. Tries to do something. Oh, it's right in front of the net. Net's off. Armand tried to push off the net. We need like better posts or better. Sorry for the camera angles there. I mean, goalies are trained to push off the net. Like, they need to be able to get at least a little bit of purchase. Otherwise, you can't move fast enough. But if the net comes off every time you do it, that's will disrupt the play. Shane took the drop, hands it back to Charlie. Charlie tries to send it around, but Blue picks it up. Their guy does a drop pass back, and Charlie will just... What? That's they're calling that penalty on Charlie. He's raising his hands like he does not think that's justified. Maybe on both of them, both skating towards the box. Charlie and 96 Blue. 96 Blue really doesn't know what he did wrong. He was just standing there. He's nodding his head. Maybe he knows now, the officials told him. Offsetting penalties. Coincident. 5-on-5. Charlie and Kyle, our defense is going to be working extra hard with two of our most talented defenders. All of our defenders are talented. Jack skates it through all on his own, gets a shot, it's wide. Spencer turns it around at the line. Shot into the goalie's chest, he will hold it. 7 minutes, 6 seconds left in the second period. We are still down 0-1. 12 to 11 shots on the shot counter. Been relatively balanced. It's interesting, I shifted to this boom mic that's right in front of my face, and I think it's so specific that it's picking up just local sound that no copyright hits despite on yesterday's stream. Bobby does a nice job skating, turns the puck around on the defense. Wrister from the center ice. Armand sticks it away. Spencer in the corner keeps pressure up. sticked away by Armand or one of the defenders. I'm not sure. It was right there in front of the net. Real long. Tim loses an edge, goes down. Zach tries to come in. Blue tries to get back Mason. Mason gets the puck away and loses a stick in the process. Greg has to come in and help him. But that worked out. There's a little scramble. 2-on-2 with Zach and Greg. Tim was looking on. Long up to Will. He'll have chance. Wow. Just slammed. Like chippiness. Will keeps it up. Recovers despite getting knocked down. Mason from center ice. From his knees. Knocks it back in. Mason again stops it. Oh, briefly. Tries to turn it around, but Reston's right there. Number 34. Armand. Easy pad save. Penalty on that one. Possibly on Mason. I think it is. Looks like it is on Mason. Two minutes hooking. And we will have another Ashburn penalty kill. Let's step up the D. Brian takes a drop. It's going to come back. Spencer has a chance to send it around hard. Landon will get there. He taps it, loses a stick in the process, unfortunately, because it would have been a nice possible breakaway. Brian races to get there. Unfortunately, can't get there faster. Landon picking up his stick. Shot. Armand got tipped, and he managed to save it anyway. Landon sneaks it away. Hits the brakes, turns it around, loses an edge, goes down. Brian's right behind him. Picks it up. Looking for that pass. Something. High angle shot gets deflected out. Whistle on that one. It's on Reston. I think it's interference against Landon. He's arguing with the referee the whole time. It's not my fault. I can hear him say the words. It's not my fault. He was something. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but so we'll be on 4-on-4 play for the next minute 26, barring another penalty. Hands back to Kyle. Kyle is out of the box. He takes a shot. Goalie gloves it. Play will stop. Shane will take the drop. Greg, fancy stick handling, drops it back in the corner where Shane tried to pick it up. Did something for a moment. Bodie got a stick on there. Shane, beautiful. Gets it, stick in there, turns it around. Reston goalie hands it off to his teammate. Brody couldn't quite get there in time. Almost did. Greg, hard around the boards to Brody. Brody has a moment to think. I actually kind of enjoy watching 4-on-4 play. I mean, it's less players out there. All right, offsides. Offsides blue. 46 seconds left of 4-on-4 play. And then we will have, I don't know, about a half a minute. A little over half a minute of power play before the rest and penalties over as well. Paul takes a drop. Kyle picks it up from there. No, I'm sorry, that's Jack. I misread the numbers. Jack putting pressure on the whole way. Doesn't quite have possession, but neither do they. Reston passing it through. Nice job. Bobby messes him up, forces him wide. Armand kicks it back behind his own net. Whoa, there was a shot. I thought Charlie was knocking it away, but then it hit Armand's pads. Jack and Paul. Paul's going to get it. Shot, and he fired! Nice! Nice! The score will be 1-1 with 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the second period. Beautiful. Well, the fact that, I think it'll go on the score sheet as unassisted, but really Jack was right there keeping the defenders away from Paul. And just keeping his body in between them, so they couldn't keep. Paul had that clear opportunity. These guys are going to have to slow down to skate around Jack to get to Paul. Nice. So we got 4-on-4 play here. For 5 more seconds. Zach taking the drop. Tim and Will on offense. Kyle, I think, across to Tim. Tim passes it up to Zach. We now are in power play situation. Will races to get there. He picks it up. Pass to Greg, center at the line. He tries to send it back to Will. He sends it behind him, and Will doesn't have clear possession. Tim's going to go get it. I think it was tapped up by Zach. Hands it back to Zach. Zach to Greg. Greg back to Zach. Goes past Zach. Will picks it up. Is that Will? Yeah, that's Will. All right, power play's over. 5-on-5 play. Blue picks it up. Hops out. Greg stops it, neutral ice. Waits for a beat for his team to get it off. Cuts to Kyle. Kyle up to Will. Will, fancy skating. Gets it sticked away. Zach got a shot off. I think it deflected by the goalie up into the safety net. Moved so fast I lost track of it. But judging by the goalie's head, I saw where he looked. I think it. All right. Brian Landon and Joey out there on offense. Spencer and Bobby on D. Bobby sends it in, bouncing towards the net, and Brian got a rebound, and they whistled it dead. I'm not sure why they whistled it dead. What was that about? I mean, it didn't go in. Bounced off the post. Slap shot, Bobby, wide of the net. It's going to come all the way around to Landon and Spencer. The two of them trying to decide who's going to go get it. Goes around the boards past Brian, and I think that's Joey on the far side. Struggling. Oh, Reston tries to send it around. Landon gets to trap it with a stick. Brian taps it around the boards. Where Landon's looking for his teammate, and he lost track of the puck. Got it the second time. Oh, there you go. All right. Up. Landon managed to. Brian tapped it up, and Landon got a shot off right in front of the goalie. But minute 45 seconds left in the second period. Reston tries to send it off the glass, hits the safety net instead. We'll restart. 5-on-5 play. Shane will take the drop with a minute 41 left. Paul and Jack out there. Paul gets it after the drop. Mason tries to get there in time. Paul fades to his position. Stops at the line. Reston gets it away. Sends it long. Charlie will get there about the time. Come on, Charlie. Show a little energy out there. He was busy looking. When a little bit more speed would have gotten him there. Hands up to Jack. Jack up to Paul. Paul. Shane comes in from behind. It was a little 2-on-1 defense there. It's going to come up, I think, bounced off. Charlie was trying to block it. Bounced off his stick up in the safety net. Some mom grabbed the puck and rather than throwing it back over the net, hands it off to the daughter. Like, I think she was like, keep it as a souvenir. The daughter's like, you don't do that, Mom. All right. Here we go. You gotta give them their puck back. We started with a fresh puck. And then the daughter handed it back. All right, there's Long. Kyle will pick it up in our own defensive zone. He sends it up to Will. Under pressure, can't keep control of it. Oh my gosh. Backdoor pass over Armand's pads as he tried to desperately to shift to align to it, and we are back on the defense with a score of 1-2. Our tie, even Stevens game was short-lived. Well, consolation fist bump from Landon. I'm sorry, that's Bobby. Maybe it was apologetic that I didn't close your back door for you. I don't know. But Brian took a drop after a few sticks on it. Came back to Spencer, who sent it long. Brian will race to get there. Hits the brakes before he crashes into the rail. Joey gets knocked down, but he gets up again. Nice moves by Brody. Bouncing towards the net off of Joey's stick, I believe. Gets deflected wide. Reston tries to do some little fancy passing there, but Bobby's having none of it. And time will run out on second period. Briefly, we were tied up. And Reston found the back of Armand's net. Tight game here. I'm kind of glad, considering I think the pressure on this game. This is grudge match against Reston, who beat us last time, our nearest significant rival. Kind of glad Luke's not in net. As a parent, I used to get really stressed out about those things. It's like I'm not sure I liked being a goalie parent. I think I've said it before, the narrating and streaming the games means I'm so busy describing what happens I don't have time to get, worried about it. Seems preferable. I'm busy just running my mouth, and back when I was just there, I used to be more anxious. Maybe it's just getting older and the kids getting older. More perspective. You win some, you lose some. But we're going to win this one. I know it doesn't look that way, but I have faith. Shane will take the first drop of the third period. 15-14 on the shot counter. So we've definitely been... Oh, there's Paul. Paul got it after the drop. Couldn't quite keep possession of it. Paul again. Reston gets it away. Zach coming off the bench. Scrambling. Zach intercepts a pass. Flicks it long to Will, who's waiting to receive it. Will, with some pressure, hands it to Jack. Jack tries to get away. He's got a defender right on him like glue. Hand it back to Mason. Mason off the boards, back to Jack. Jack kind of bounces it up off his stick a little bit weird into the corner. Will and another blue player both swoop in to poke it away. Will comes up with possession. Gets jammed against the boards. Lost his stick. No, somebody lost his stick. I'm not even sure who. There's a loose stick out there. I get distracted by such thing because of, OCD or something. Across to Mason. Mason looking for the pass. Tries to skate it around. Defense does something. All right, Will's got it. He'll skate it through the line. Tries to get a shot off. Gets deflected by the defender. Tim chops it back. Trying to connect to Will, I think. Number 47 got it. Slap shot from the blue line. Armand gloves it, hands it back off. I'm not sure which teammate was there. My brain's trying to replay what happened just the last few seconds. Let's just move to the present. All right, there's Reston's got it. Get it past Tim. Taps it to their guy behind the line. Kyle putting some pressure on. They try to pass it back to their guy at the point, who misses it and goes out to neutral ice. He tries to drop it back, and Kyle comes in. Still struggling with that loose puck, that loose stick that's still out there, and there is a deferred penalty on that one. Probably on Reston. Yep. Number 15, Blue, heading to the box. Like the criminal he is. Renke. Probably pronouncing his name wrong. I don't know. We will have another Ashburn power play. First one of the third period. We're still down 1 point. Let's make this one count, boys. Brian will take the first drop. They try to flick it out. Bobby gloves it out of the air at the line. Sends it long over the net. Goalie reaches for it. Landon skates through. Backhands it into the zone. Oh! It was a beautiful opportunity. Brian almost got it in. I mean, I think his stick knocked the net off. I mean, it was... That seems like it's coming off very easily this game. And yesterday too. I don't know what's up with that. Brian takes a drop, hands it back to Charlie. Charlie to Kyle. Kyle tries to send it. Defender's right there, or Reston sends it through. Charlie and Kyle both keeping pressure on. The two of them, 2-on-1 along the boards. And Brian. Brian gets it away, flicks it up, tries to get it to Landon. Reston gets there in the way. Charlie sticks it away. Can't keep control of it. He's moving too fast. Usually you don't see that long in neutral ice. And they found it. Score will be 1-3. They managed to, that breakaway, get around Armand. Shorty. They've got 2 in the box. I guess that last one must have been 2 and 10. Shane takes a drop, hands it off to Jack. Jack's going to skate it in. Defense pokes it away from him. He picks it up off the bounce. Back to Brody. Brody sends it into the slot. Hits Jack's skate and just hovering there. There's 5 players hovering around that puck. Somebody got a shot off. Goalie covered it. I think Shane tapped it in close enough that he could get it. Shane takes a drop, hands back to Bobby. Bobby, slap shot. Goalie punches it away. Greg taps it back to Shane, who just touches it and lets as Greg swoops in. There's a nice job of hands off here. Brody sends it through. It's a little too much mustard for Jack to get it in. Reston hits it long. It'll be icing. 30 seconds left on the power play. 11 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in regulation. Not unreasonable to even this thing up. Reston rockets it around. That should be icing. I mean, all the way around, all the way down. 7 seconds off the clock of our power play. But that's what happens. Zach took the drop. Reston came up with possession. They sent it around. Got it through. We're going to have to come off. Spencer turned around, but he was past the line. Slash. Call it penalty on Zach. Slashing. He does not look upset about it. Like, I guess he knows. Like, that was valid. We'll have a few seconds of 4-on-4 play. 8 seconds for Reston's player will come out of the box. They come up with possession after the drop. Will reaching for, along with that stick, can't quite get there. Mason, hard off the boards, gets it up to Will. Not that hard, but nice little bounce pass. Will taps it, can't keep control. The guy swoops in from behind him. And they're going to put some real speed on. Tim racing to get there. Bounces, I think, through Kyle's legs. Armand pauses stops it for Kyle to go take. Hard hit on Kyle, trying to get it around. Armand sticks it away, and they find another one on the rebound. Armand stopped the first one, and they found it, I think, tapped it over his pads. And we will be down 3 points, 1-4, with 10 minutes and 19 seconds left to pull this thing around. That'll end the Reston power play, I believe. Zach's out of the box. But I'm not sure it was worth it. Timeout called. Huddle of the officials. People dancing in the Reston box. Player and mom. I'm wondering, if I could, if it's too far to do a Bluetooth link to the far side, we get Luke to do the commentary from the box. I can film it. The Bluetooth headset. He wouldn't. I don't think he'd want that. Not the most talkative kid. At least, I don't know. He's certainly. He's used to talk about being, streaming YouTube. He had some, but more as a gamer. I think he's comfortable with the idea of being a YouTuber while he's playing Minecraft, Overwatch, Fortnite, whatever the game of the year is. Brody sends it in towards the net. A little bit wide and not a whole lot of juice on it, but it gets us in close. Scramble there with Paul and Brody and two of the Reston players. Greg stops it just past the blue line, unfortunately. Reston's going to send it long. Charlie has a chance to race for it. Hits the brake, turns it around. Hands it up to, I was going to say hands up to Paul, but he tried to get off to Paul. I think that was Mason or Shane. No, Mason's not out, so it must have been Shane. Paul stays out, puts some pressure on. Reston gets past him. Back to Charlie. Charlie taps it up to Landon. Landon, tried doing some of his magic. He's often got some really great moves in terms of sticking around the other players. This time it did not work. Greg's got it on the far side. He's going to accelerate through. Tries to tap it up to Joey. Loses the stick for his trouble. He's going to head to the bench or either that or get another player. No stick. Player to player come out. Landon across to Joey. Tries to get it in. And he and the Reston player that was playing him both crash full speed into the net, which goes all the way back to the rail. He had one shot at that. Did not. Couldn't find it. Scores 1-4, and we've got 9 minutes left to turn this around. Breakaway, Armand stops it. Mason slaps it away. It was like, two-person breakaway there. I'm not sure how that happened. I mean, I think it was Bobby got clobbered at the lines on defense, and they just went down. There's a penalty, tripping. He wants an explanation. He doesn't believe it. Number 19, blue, penalty. He'll join his teammate, Reinke, number 15 in the box. And we will have an Ashburn power play. Shane lines up for the drop. Reston comes up with possession after the drop. Tries to get around Bobby. Bobby sends it back to Jack in the corner. Under some intense pressure, Jack drops it back to Bobby. Bobby winds up for the slap shot, but passes it to Jack instead. Jack tries a high angle shot. Goalie kicks it away. They try to get past Mason. He turned it around, but then they end up with possession. Bobby will have to get it. He sends it around the boards to Jack. Jack lets it bounce by. Shane picks it up. Takes a shot. Goalie will catch and hold. Goalie's holding the puck did you want this? Did you want the puck? Referee's looking the other direction. Patience, my friend. Brian lines up for the drop. Going to come back. Spencer came back right in between Spencer and Kyle. Somebody sent it up. Nice arcing, flipping towards the net. Goalie caught it. Brian will take the drop again. Everybody stays out. This time Brian's going to... I thought he was going to briefly end up with his possession after his own drop, but Reston got it. They're going to send it... I think I can hear Coach screaming at the officials, maybe. I heard somebody scream, "Make the call!" I'm not sure what that was about. Fresh line out there. Brian was going to stay out. He heads to the box. Zach will take the drop. Tries his patented spin move, and doesn't work this time. Reston comes out with possession. Will doing a nice job of trying to lift the stick. Gets it away from him. Spencer will pick it up in the corner. Skates behind Armand's net. Tries to get it through. Reston sticks it away, but Kyle's right behind him. Sends it up to Tim. Pops off Tim's stick. Kyle picks it up, takes a shot. It's wide. It's going to come all the way around. And Spencer will have to go back into the defensive zone to go get it. Sends it bounce across to Kyle. Kyle tries to send it up. Blue stops it at the line. Shot deflected by Spencer. Zach off the boards, bouncing up. See if Will can do anything with it. He cannot. Defense pressure on him. Keeps it bouncing. Back to Greg. Hesitates a beat. Rocking around the boards. Reston dumps it, goes to the bench. One of their players stays out. Greg knocks him down, giving Charlie a chance to take possession. Unfortunately, the whole process takes so long that the fresh players come out there. Greg stops it right in front of the net, and he will skate with it. Defense forces him into the corner. Takes it behind the net, looking for a pass. Drops it, hits the referee's official skate. Did not work the way he intended. Official. Jack turns it around. Brody gets off just in a split second. Reston sends it long. Bobby taps it. And he'll have to chase it. Takes it behind Armand's net. Got 5 minutes, 55 seconds left to play. Bobby taps it to Brody. Brody hands it back to Bobby. Bobby up to Jack. Jack sends it deep. Brody will try to go fight for possession for it there. Stopped by Mason at the point. Sends it back into the corner. Unfortunately, Shane had already shifted out. Chasing the puck because he thought we were moving to defense. Blue sends it in neutral ice. I think that was Mason. Slapped it back in. He heads to the bench. Shane, there intercepts a pass. Backhanded shot. Goalie gloves it. That's a nice, just smooth way to take advantage of it. Unfortunately, goaltending. Brian will take the drop. Landon got a stick on it. And there we go. Goalie's knocked down. He's like waving like he wants interference call. Landon took a shot. Goalie fell down. Landon got his own rebound, I think. It could be somebody else got a stick in there, but that will put a point on the board, and we will have a 2-4 game with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left to play. Three points feels like it's hard to make it up. 2 points seems like it's a stretch, but we can do this. Brian, so hopefully that'll put some energy in their legs. Brian takes the drop, and Reston comes up with possession. They take a shot from the blue line. Armand gets the glove on it. It pops off, and it's back in our possession. Joey, long cross to Landon. Landon gets past the red line and dumps it. Definitely both teams look like they suddenly have a little bit more energy. Greg coming in along the boards. Gets there before Brian had a chance to. Reston gets in the way. Oh, nice job, Brian. Hands it. Nice awareness. Landing up to Joey. Reston gets the stick in, takes it away. Shift to defense. They're going to send it long from center ice to Armand. He sticks it into the corner. I think that's Joey. I'm sorry for the camera angles there. Shot, Armand, pad save. Landon. Hard up the boards, gets it out into neutral ice. Reston has possession, sends it back into the corner. They're just trying to eat time off the clock at this point. They got that 2-point advantage, feels enough for them. Greg up to Landon. Defensive pressure. Pops off Kyle's stick, I believe. High into the air. That must be Tim. Tim putting the gas on. Takes a backhanded shot, and goalie catches it and holds it. Plus the net comes off. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. It looked like maybe. Saw the official stick his hand on the net like he was going to settle it. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left, and we are down by 2. Have not pulled Armand yet. It's interesting to see if they do, considering how strong Reston's been. I'm not sure it would be wise, but on the other hand, all right, Tim turns it around, goalie slap. Oh, it bounced right in the paint. Nice opportunities there. Come on, play like you mean it, guys. Reston sends it around. Charlie tries hard to keep it in. Has to hesitate a beat. Hands it up to Will. Will flicks it to the corner. They have to get off. Hard hit, but no against Tim, but no whistle on it. Spencer just gets a stick in there, right place, right time. He's going to send it around hard to Will. Will, long cross to Tim. Tim, looking for the pass. Reston got a stick in there, got it away from him. They try to pass. Bobby gets it in the middle. He will skate. Looking. Low shot. Goalie pad save. Reston comes up with possession. Man, there's a lot of energy out there all of a sudden. Missed pass by Reston. They'll get it on the bounce. Hesitates a beat. Tries to send it in the center where Shane is going to take possession. He tries to send it long. Hits the player in the hip from Reston. gets it on the bounce and dumps it in. Scramble on the boards. That's Paul, I think, and Brody. Got a line change in there. Got it in real close, and net came off. A little shoving going on there. Slight chippiness. We got 2 minutes, 15 seconds left, and 2 points. 2 points left to make up. Little quick buzz there. Some problem with the clock. Oh, I think they let this guy, Reinke, out early. I think that's the complaint. There. Hit the buzzer to get the ref's attention. I think the 5-on-5. I think that was the... Greg gets it after the drop, hands it back to Shane. Shane, pass it right through. Brody, shot, deflected by the goalie. Whistle. The net's off again. Come on, it's hard to get a rally going here when the net comes off every 30 seconds. I guess the net's off and that's off. So, but Reston lofts it over our defenders, but Greg gets there, hands it on the boards up to Brody. Brody taps it off the glass. Oh, I thought it was going to get... I couldn't see where it was. Greg taps it around further. Reston sends it back the other direction. Greg will pick it up behind Armand's net. Flicks it off the boards up to where Paul is and the defender, and it went somewhere up. I heard it hit the glass, so I think it's... Minute 37 left. Both teams changing out. 25 shots to 21 shots. Brian will take the drop. Hands it back to Charlie. Charlie around the boards. Spencer tries to send it out. Number 19 Blue loses an edge, but manages to stop it on the line. Charlie sends it around up to Joey. Joey off the boards into neutral ice. Reston turns it around. A little scramble there as 3 players get the puck at the same time. Little stick save there by Armand. Minute and 6 seconds left. Spencer sends it around up to Joey. Joey across to Brian. Brian across to Landon. Landon. Penalty on that one. That could be a penalty shot. We'll see what the refs say. Number 19, holding. We will finish out the game with a penalty. Power play, probably. We'll see. Maybe not, because we might capitalize and find the back of the net. It's calling for you. Zach took the drop, handed back to Will. Will took a shot, bouncing through. Goalie trapped it. Try and pay more attention to my camera angles here. Zach takes the drop, gets his own puck, hands it back to Will. Will skates it in close. Lots of pressure. There's a little cluster there. Puck squirts out. Bobby, slap shot. And it's in! And it's in! I think possibly was tipped at the last second. We've got 33.2 seconds left to play, and we will bring it within 1. I'm not sure if that was just Bobby unassisted or if somebody tipped it in. See, can I do a little lip reading here? Guy's holding his hand. Official's holding his hand over his mouth. It's 3-4 with 33 seconds left to play. Armand has been pulled. This is definitely the time to pull him. Puck comes out. Bobby's got it. hard off the boards, up into the offensive zone. Will race to get there first. And he's off balance, and they try to send it back around, and Will have another shot at this. Skates through under some significant defensive pressure. There's Long. Icing. Icing call on Reston. 12.6 seconds left to play. We've got 1 point to make up. We're going to get one more shot at this. Zach will take the drop. It's going to come back to Bobby. Bobby looking for it. Shoots. Goalie will catch and hold. Goalie immediately shoves Kyle. Like, get out of my crease. I said we're going to get one last shot at it. We got 8.6 seconds left. So maybe it's more than one more shot. That was a nice shot, but somebody's got to do something. Tip it. Comes out. Bobby tries to stop it at the line. He's going to race for it, and we're going to run out of time. He slaps it, and time runs out. We will lose this one by 1 point. A hard-fought match. Lots of credence to the Reston goalie. He did a nice job. Good goaltending on both sides. Playing on everyone's part. Well, this concludes our broadcast for this morning. Don't forget to be awesome. Don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All those YouTube things. These are like the catchphrases of all the YouTubers that or not all, but many of the YouTubers that I watch. I haven't looked ahead at the schedule to figure out when the CBHL playoffs are. But I would plug those and remind people, but I don't know. I don't think that far in advance. Appreciate your attention. Been happy to be your broadcaster for today's game and for the season. We'll definitely see you again at the next one. So next weekend is the tournament in Pennsylvania. So I forgot. I do know what's coming up. We'll see you all up in Pennsylvania. In York. We'll be broadcasting from there, assuming that I get enough network connectivity. Always a little bit dependent on that. And this concludes our Sunday broadcast. Thanks, everyone. Well, for the 4 of you who are still watching the stream, I've, of course, just reconnected so that I can close it out. I will note this is a little double Zamboni action here. All right, have a good one.